Makoko wins first match back together at Italian Open. Tennis fans love Makoko, the All-American team of Katie McNally and Coco Gauff. The team reunited for the Italian Open after years apart from WTA doubles tennis competition and earned a win. It is such a fun throwback, but the win was far from easy. The match required a tiebreaker and a come-from-behind win after Makoko dropped the first set. Gauff has admitted to dealing with issues off-court after her Saturday win over Solana Sierra. This came a bit of a surprise as she is very good at separating her professional and personal issues. Teaming with an old friend for a big win might be the best medicine or therapy available. More, Jessica Pegula earns double bagel win at Italian Open. Can Gauff and Makoko win Italian Open singles and doubles? Stranger things have happened, and last year Jasmine Paolini won the singles title and doubles with Sara Errani, so there is a recent precedent. Gauff is a tremendous clay court player, despite admitting she doesn't like having dirty feet and shoes after playing on it. She is also the defending French Open champion and a former French Open doubles champion, with Katerina Siniakova in 2024. More. Arthur Fils explains abrupt Italian Open retirement. It is very possible for Gauff to run the table in singles and doubles in Rome, but there are plenty of great singles and doubles players still in the mix that could have something to say about the idea. The first one up is fellow American Iva Jovic, who Gauff will face in singles on Monday. Under the warm Roman sky, the clay courts of the Italian Open carried more than the sound of bouncing tennis balls and cheering fans. They carried memories. And on this special day, they carried a reunion. The crowd had gathered to witness the return of Makoko, the beloved doubles partnership between Coco Gauff and Katie McNally. Years ago, the pair had become one of the brightest young duos in women's tennis, blending fearless energy with friendship that felt genuine both on and off the court. Fans loved them not only because they won matches, but because they played with joy. Now, after time apart pursuing singles careers and different partnerships, they were back together again. Their first match at the Italian Open was anything but easy. Across the net stood the determined Indonesian pair of Aldila Suciati and Janice Chen, players who refused to surrender even a single point without a fight. The match twisted and turned like a Roman street maze. Makoko lost the opening set 5-7, and for a moment, the reunion looked as though it might end before it truly began. But champions often rediscover themselves in difficult moments. Coco's explosive movement and powerful ground strokes began to spark. McNally's sharp volleys and fearless net play added balance and rhythm. More importantly, their chemistry returned almost instantly. Between points, they smiled, encouraged one another, and communicated with the comfort of old friends who never truly drifted apart. The second set became a battle of nerves. Every game felt heavier than the last. Yet Makoko held steady, stealing the set 7-5 and forcing a dramatic match tiebreak. By then, the atmosphere inside the stadium had changed completely. The audience was no longer simply watching a doubles match. They were witnessing a story unfold. Every point won by Gauff and McNally drew louder applause. Fans remembered the teenagers who once charmed New York crowds at the US Open. Now those teenagers had returned as more mature athletes, carrying new experience, but the same unmistakable spirit. The deciding tiebreak became pure chaos and beauty mixed together. Momentum swung wildly. Match points appeared and disappeared. The pressure could have broken a newly reunited team. Instead, it revealed why McCoco mattered in the first place. At 13-11, the final point arrived. One last exchange. One last desperate return. Then the ball sailed away from their opponents, and suddenly Coco Gauff threw her arms into the air while Katie McNally rushed toward her partner. Their smiles said everything words could not. Makoko was back. The victory itself may only count as a first-round doubles win in the record books, but emotionally it felt much larger. In modern tennis, partnerships often come and go quickly. Scheduling conflicts, ranking priorities, and individual ambitions frequently separate talented teams before they can build something lasting. Yet Gauff and McNally showed that certain connections survive time. There was also something refreshing about seeing elite athletes enjoy themselves so openly. Tennis can be a lonely sport, filled with pressure, criticism, and constant travel. But Makoko reminded fans that friendship can still exist at the highest level of competition. Their laughter between points and support during tense moments made the match feel human rather than mechanical. For Coco Gauff, already a Grand Slam singles champion and one of the sport's biggest stars, the reunion offered a return to her roots. Before worldwide fame, before center court expectations, there was simply a young player enjoying doubles with her closest tennis friend. For Caty McNally, the victory represented resilience. Injuries and setbacks have challenged her journey, but standing beside Gauff once again under the lights of Rome symbolized a fresh chapter. And for the fans, it felt like reconnecting with an old favorite song. The Italian Open still has many matches left to play, and tougher opponents certainly await. No one knows how far Makoko will go in this tournament. But sometimes sports are not only about trophies. Sometimes they are about moments that make people believe in teamwork, friendship, and second chances. On the clay courts of Rome, Makoko's reunion victory delivered exactly that. The scoreboard showed a hard-fought win. Subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share, and press the bell icon next to it.